Detroit Lions just got a double dose of good news. So we're going to be going through that and 3 other stories around other NFL teams and their free agency in today's video. So make sure to like this video, and if you want more NFL news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. The first story is Lions to make big signings. NFL free agency discussions are starting to heat up as the new league year is set to begin. Another top priority right now is the NFL draft, which is coming up in April. But teams will also looking to fill needs via players available during free agency. The Athletic's Mike Jones put together a list of free agency signing predictions, and the Detroit Lions were predicted to edge Azeez Ojulari, who has been with the New York Giants since 2021. The Lions are hoping leading pass rusher Aiden Hutchinson makes a complete recovery from a fractured left tibia and fibula, but their defense could really use an impactful running mate for the fourth-year defensive end, Jones wrote. Ojulari is a pass rusher who should come at a fairly affordable rate. He has played just 1 full season and 8-sack rookie campaign in 2021. He has been used primarily in his career as a situational pass rusher and is coming off a toe injury that limited him to 11 games in 2024. Teaming Ojulari with Hutchinson could translate into a boost for Detroit. Ojulari was a player many thought would be moved ahead of the trade deadline last season, but ultimately he remained in New York. The Detroit Lions have been brought up as a potential landing spot for plenty of high-profile edge rushers this offseason. Miles Garrett and Khalil Mack have been popular names for much of the offseason, while recent news about Joey Bosa and Trey Hendrickson has added them to the list of potential targets. However, Lions GM Brad Holmes made it pretty clear during the NFL Combine that an expensive move on the edge was unlikely when the team is working on a big extension for Aiden Hutchinson. Since 2021, Ojulari has racked up 22 sacks, 21 tackles for loss, 107 tackles, and 4 forced fumbles. The former Georgia Bulldog was selected 50th overall in the second round of the 2021 NFL Draft. Ojulari played in 11 games for the Giants during the 2024 season due to being placed on the IR with a toe injury. That could leave the team looking for less expensive options at the position. The Athletic's Mike Jones believes the less expensive option they pursue will be a former second-round pick for a struggling NFC foe. In a recent article, Jones predicted the Lions would sign New York Giants edge Azeez Ojulari. Ojulari flashed a ton of potential in his rookie season after being drafted in the second round by the Giants. In that first season, he racked up 8 sacks, 27 pressures, and 49 total tackles. Unfortunately, injuries have been a big problem for him since then. In his second year, Ojulari played just 7 games, but was still responsible for 5.5 sacks and 13 pressures. He appeared in 11 games the following season, but only managed 2.5 sacks. This past season, he once again played in 11 games but had 6 sacks, despite only playing on 58% of snaps. The positives we've seen from Ojulari could make him an appealing free agent for teams that don't want to break the bank in free agency. He has shown he can produce when healthy, and was able to finish with the Giants' 3rd most sacks, despite losing playing time to Kayvon Thibodeau and Brian Burns. At just 24 years old, he would fit in with the young defensive core the Lions have built for themselves in recent years. With the depth of the free agent class at edge and one of the league's most talented players at the position already on the roster, the Lions don't necessarily need to take a big swing to find a good complement for Hutchinson. Investing in a guy with an injury history could be concerning for the Lions after last season, but Ojulari makes a lot of sense for them if they're not trying to spend on the edge and want the position settled before the draft. In the second story, the Philadelphia Eagles are aggressively reshaping their roster for another deep playoff run. They are pursuing star defensive end Miles Garrett while also making strategic decisions about former players in free agency, aiming to strengthen their team for the upcoming season. The Philadelphia Eagles have emerged as a potential landing spot for Miles Garrett after the star defensive end publicly requested a trade. While the Browns insist they won't move on from their franchise cornerstone, tensions could lead to a standoff. Fresh off their Super Bowl 59 victory, the Eagles have reportedly shown serious interest in acquiring Garrett. The 6-time Pro Bowler and 2023 Defensive Player of the Year would significantly strengthen a defensive front weakened by Hassan Reddick's departure. Coming off a dominant season with 14 sacks and 47 tackles, Garrett's game-changing presence makes him one of the most sought-after defenders in the league. Garrett himself has fueled speculation, acknowledging the possibility of playing for the Eagles. Everybody would love to play for Philly. Down the line, you never know. Maybe I play for Philly, he said, leaving the door open for a move to the reigning champs. His words have sent waves through the NFL community, prompting analysts to consider how he would fit into the Eagles' defensive scheme. However, one of the biggest hurdles for Philadelphia is Garrett's contract. He still has 2 years remaining on his deal, worth around $20 million per season, and is reportedly seeking an extension that could reset the market for pass rushers. The Eagles currently have limited cap space, estimated at around $22 million.
So guys, with the NFL season just finishing up, we are already looking on to the next season because we actually have a great bet for actually Coach of the Year for 2025-2026 season, and that is none other than Ben Johnson. So as you all know, guys, I like to make my bet on BetUS. They have the fastest payouts in the industry, and also right now I have a 150% bonus on your first deposit and then 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000 with code YouTube 150. So we're gonna place this bet just like that, and we are pretty much good to go just like that. Total win amount $70, and we are able to bet that fast on BetUS. So definitely go check them out. Like I said, 150% bonus on your first deposit and then 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000 with code YouTube 150. So definitely go check them out, but let's get back into the video.
In the third story, the Philadelphia Eagles have bolstered their coaching staff by hiring Scott Loeffler as their new quarterbacks coach. Previously the head coach at Bowling Green State University, Loeffler brings decades of experience in developing quarterbacks at both the college and professional levels. His appointment reflects the Eagles' dedication to refining their offensive strategy and enhancing quarterback Jalen Hurts' skills. Loeffler's coaching career began at the University of Michigan, where he played quarterback before an injury shifted him into coaching. Starting as a student assistant, he gained valuable insight into quarterback development, shaping his coaching philosophy. He contributed to Michigan's 1997 national championship-winning season before moving on to various quarterback coaching roles, steadily building his reputation as a mentor for elite talent. Loeffler's coaching resume includes a notable tenure at the University of Florida under Urban Meyer, where he worked closely with Tim Tebow, refining his mechanics and helping him lead the nation in passer efficiency. His expertise in quarterback development earned him a role as Auburn's offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, followed by a stint at Virginia Tech, where he focused on quarterback efficiency and strategic offensive execution. He later took on the same role at Boston College, emphasizing strong fundamentals and efficient play. In 2019, Loeffler became the head coach at Bowling Green State University, where he successfully rebuilt the program, leading the team to 3 consecutive bowl appearances from 2022 to 2024. His success at Bowling Green made him a respected coaching figure, ultimately drawing the attention of the Eagles, who saw him as the ideal candidate to help elevate Jalen Hurts and their offensive system. Loeffler's appointment marks his return to the NFL, having previously worked as the quarterback's coach for the Detroit Lions in 2008. His extensive experience in both college and professional football makes him a valuable addition to the Eagles' coaching staff. The organization has prioritized Jalen Hurts' continued development as an elite NFL quarterback, and Loeffler's track record of mentoring successful quarterbacks suggests he is well-suited for the role. Coming off a strong season, the Eagles are focused on maintaining their momentum, making strategic coaching hires a key part of their offseason plans. The decision to bring in Loeffler aligns with the Eagles' broader strategy of reinforcing their offensive staff with experienced minds who can help refine their game plan. While Jalen Hurts has already established himself as one of the league's most dynamic quarterbacks, the organization understands that continuous development is necessary to maintain a competitive edge. Loeffler's approach to coaching quarterbacks emphasizes strong fundamentals, decision-making, and adaptability, all of which could benefit Hurts as he looks to take the next step in his career. Philadelphia's front office, led by General Manager Howie Roseman, has been proactive in making moves that improve the team both on and off the field. Bringing in a coach with Loeffler's experience reflects the team's desire to maximize its offensive potential, particularly in a league where quarterback play is a defining factor in success. The Eagles have consistently been a team that values innovation in their offensive schemes, and Loeffler's background in developing quarterbacks fits seamlessly into their vision for the future. Despite concerns about his transition back to the NFL, Loeffler's experience with diverse quarterbacks suggests he can effectively refine Hurts' skills. His role will be to enhance Hurts' strengths while addressing areas for improvement, helping the quarterback reach new heights. The Eagles' decision to bring in Loeffler underscores their commitment to staying ahead offensively in an increasingly competitive NFC.